and welcome to a new episode of the Computomics podcast. I'm very excited today because I have one of Computomics' own with me, the Chief Commercial Officer at Computomics, Juan Manuel Montes. Welcome.
Thank you, Juan.
Juan, I took a bit of a gander around your LinkedIn before our interview, and I saw you wrote that you're, quote, committed to continuous learning and excellence in everything I do, unquote. And I was wondering, what was the last time or context that you learned something new, and would you share it with us?
Well, that is, of course, a very nice question, Anna. I am always really looking for opportunities to learn. Mm-hmm. I actually, if you asked me the last time I had, the chance to learn something, could be, last week, for example, I visited a conference in Istanbul, had the chance to connect with many leaders in the seed industry, and, all these interactions, you learn something about, how to address challenges, how actually look at opportunities to create value by collaborating with other people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think actually, all these interactions bring opportunities to learn. So, but I think I
For sure
cannot say something specifically, mention something about the specific, but I think myself, I am a learner. I really like to every time improve my knowledge, my skills, my capabilities. And I really enjoy very much to connect with people, with other people.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask, what was the conference? Maybe everyone knows just by you saying Istanbul, but...
Yes, it was the International Seed Federation conference in Istanbul last week, where actually it's an event that is happening every year, where the global seed industry have a chance to meet. So it's a really nice event because actually you can meet many customers, stakeholders, potential new customers for our company. So it's a really great event to connect with people. And yes, in all these interactions, you have something to learn from.
Oh, definitely. I'm especially interested because you said one of the things you learned or were excited to learn is maybe an understanding of current challenges that your customers, that people in the industry are facing. Can you name a few that came up just last week? And our listeners will realize we are recording this end of May of 2025. So what challenges did people mention while you were talking with them at the conference?
Yes, well, the seed industry in general, is facing really the main challenge of addressing the climate change effects, that these are impacting growers around the globe. So the seed industry actually, is bringing solutions to them. So better genetics, varieties that are actually able to deal in a better manner with the change in the climate in the different regions of the world. But also they are, a part of these climatic challenges, have also increasing demands of consumers. Consumers want to have more healthy food with less footprint for production, having less emissions for producing food. So these are all challenges that actually the farmers, the growers are facing. And the seed industry is trying to support the growers in be better prepared to address all these challenges. And actually, maybe I will explain a little bit what that means for the seed industry, because developing a new variety is not something that you do in a short time. So you need always at least, 5 to 10 years. So.
Right, that is quite a long time, 5 to 10 years. And you were just saying also how everyone's facing this challenge and how the seed industry is trying to help people with it and also address it themselves. I'm curious now, you are the Chief Commercial Officer, so the main thing that you do at Computomics is actually help people with that challenge. So I'm curious, how are you supporting plant breeding with climate smart breeding technology that basically works for customers?
Yes. No, that is really the core of our business. All our customers are breeding companies, and we help them basically in a way, we support them with our technologies, with our products and services to actually develop varieties faster and to do it in a more efficient way. So actually, we really help our customers to address these challenges in a very efficient manner by using data that is actually collected in the breeding programs of our customers, and together with the technologies that we have in Computomics, the skills and the know-how that the company has already developed for more than 10 years. So it's really exciting to work with our customers, helping them in addressing these challenges with data and the technology that we have in Computomics.
I can actually see, this is one thing I get over our listeners out there, is I can actually see, not just hear the passion that you have when you talk about this. I think we need to take the opportunity that we have you here to go into maybe a little more detail on the actual technologies that you just referred to, the expertise and the technology that Computomics offers. Can you take us into the stores, if you will? So for example, what climate smart breeding technology is Computomics offering, and how does it work?
Yes, I can give you an example, a breeding program, for example, as I mentioned previously, takes several years to develop a new variety, from the initial steps of creating genetic variation in the program until, deploying a new variety into the market for a traditional breeding program without implementing much of the technology takes up to 10 years. So that is a very long time, obviously.
Yeah.
If incorporating the technology that Computomics provide, these companies, they can shorten this time to 5 years. So it's an amazing speed in actually deploying new varieties. And this actually also impact the efficiency of the breeding program. So, instead of, you don't need 10 years, you need 5 years. That is a very big advantage. So how we do that? Well, basically, we have developed a technology that is providing predictions to the plant breeders, and the plant breeders don't need to wait to actually take decisions in the program, so they can actually accelerate. They don't need, for example, to test several years in multiple locations as they were done more traditionally. They can start to use predictions to accelerate, or let's say skip some years or some locations to develop varieties faster. So actually it's really very powerful technology for the plant breeders, because they can save time and save resources, actually, by utilizing predictions that the Computomics can provide to them. So that is one of the key areas on how we are supporting breeding programs.
You mentioned it's one of the technologies that you have. I think you were referring to xSeedScore at this stage, right?
Yes, exactly.
What other technologies do you offer, or which other parts of the value chain can you help speed up, optimize, and make better for your customers?
Yes. Another area that is also becoming really very important is related to the use of pan-genome information, which is actually now becoming very attractive because the cost of sequencing for whole genome is reducing. So actually, breeders can start to get more genomic information from their germplasm. And this is bringing new opportunities, actually, for them to discover traits, to actually design new strategies on how to develop new varieties faster, combine this or utilize this information to identify very precisely in the genome areas that could be changed via genome editing, which is another technology that has been emerging in the last years. And Computomics has developed a technology that is called Pantograph, which is very suitable, very exciting also as a breeder to have a tool like that, where actually the breeder can visualize variation in the genome in their germplasm. Elite material that is actually very close to the breeding program and actually in the commercial space, but also new potential sources of germplasm that the breeder can use for pre-breeding. So really it's an amazing tool that Computomics has developed, very high potential, and we see very strong demand in the market for that. So it's also really another exciting product and technology that Computomics can provide. But maybe Anna, something I would like to talk, if we have the chance, also is about the customers.
Please.
The broad range of customers that we have, because this is also some of the strengths of Computomics. Actually, we have a portfolio of customers that actually is expanding from all from I would say small size companies, medium size, and also very big companies. The biggest also. And what is really nice and Computomics is that we can help all these companies. We can help all of them with the products and services and technologies that we have. So the way how we are doing this is actually we customize our proposition, our partner, and we shape our partnership according to what is necessary, what is needed by the customer, what create value by the customer. And this has been really very successful, and we are really excited about this journey. It's really amazing how Computomics can partner with all this diverse group of companies and building partnerships that actually matters, that create value by working together. And I'm very much. Oh, excuse me, Anna.
No. Hey, we're having an organic conversation. So sorry to interrupt and talk over you for a second, but I'm curious, what is the customer journey? Because you just explained, right? There's this wide breadth. So you have like very small companies, you have huge conglomerates, big companies, and you work with all of them really well and create a lot of good, helpful products and outcomes from it. But how does the customer journey actually work? So let's say someone comes to you, contacts you, how do you get to the place where you're finding the solution that's perfect for them and create that value?
Yes, I think that is also, I think our approach to that is we listen. I think that is the first step. We listen the customer, and we try to understand first, okay, what is the situation of this customer? And then from there, we try to identify how can we help. As I said, our portfolio is very broad. So there are some customers, they are really starting in the digital journey. So how to capture data, how to store data, how to use the data, which decisions can be made with this data, how can the breeding program be optimized. There is a variation in terms of where these customers are in this digital transformation journey. And our contribution there is to help them understand and together develop a roadmap for them to really move forward in this journey. Yeah? So it all starting by listening. We sit together with them, we meet with them, if possible in person, it's always the best. To have a conversation, say, okay, where is your current situation? What you would like to, what is your ambition? Where you would like to go? And then based on Computomics experience, know-how, technology, we say, okay, look, we can propose to develop a set of actions that will generate a roadmap for this customer. Yeah? And ensuring that this is something realistic, is something that is creating value for the customer.
Yeah, it seems like a very strategic approach, which is the best for your customers, right? Match the resources that are there with the goals and the technological capabilities that there are. So Do you have maybe a favorite project where you have done this, as concrete example that you're allowed to share? I know, you're obviously taking privacy very seriously as well.
Maybe I can, from what has been publicly available already in our website, you see we have a very strong collaboration with ABI organization. So it's the largest brewery company in the world, and they also have breeding programs in many geographies, and we have been working with them already for several years, and it's really exciting to collaborate with them. We are really working as one team. So together with their breeders and also our data analyst of Computomics, and ensuring that the breeding programs can benefit of the new technologies. And we have, already some also very interesting projects. Of course, I cannot say too much of the details.
You're teasing us.
But we are meeting in person, having workshops in the headquarters. So it's really a nice way of working with our customers, really about partnering for collaboration and creating innovation through collaboration. And I think I mentioned this example. This is inbreeding of malting barley, but the company also have very extensive experience in corn breeding. And one of the other very important customers that we have also in the website indicated is Bex Hybrids, with this very important company in the US that we are very, very proud to partner with. And we have been also working with them for several years, and I think probably these are the two I can disclose. But the company, yes, has really acquired a strong experience with a very broad range of customers globally. So that is really helping us in partnering with new customers, because we know how can we have the initial conversation with them, and how can we bring value to them.
Well, unfortunately, our time is running short, but I can assure our listeners that obviously in the show notes, we will add links to the projects that you've mentioned, as well as the products. You can find all the information on the website, and we'll make sure, Juan, to put your contact information in there as well. So if anyone's listening who's not yet part of the Computomics family and profiting from Computomics expertise and products, they know how to contact you and get in touch. Thank you so much for giving us an insight into your work.
Thank you very much, Anna. It was a pleasure.
How lovely to get an insight into Juan's work. This was the last episode of the current season. We will break for the summer and hope you take the summer to maybe listen to a few more of our episodes. And we'll be back with a new season of the Computomics podcast in September.